Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ollie and the game has just finished. Forest Green Rovers 1, Newport County 1. Was it our best performance? No. Was it good enough for us to get a point? Yeah. And, in a game like this, I don't really mind us not putting in our best performance. We know Forest Green are quite a decent team this season, and especially going to their ground, it's a bit of a fortress almost. So, considering that we've come out with a point, I'm quite happy with that. As I mentioned, it's not been our greatest performance, but it's kind of saying something about this team when we're not having our greatest game and we're still getting points. So, a few positives and a few negatives to take out of tonight. In terms of the game, we was really playing with a bit of kind of pressure on the Forest Green players. As soon as one of their players got the ball, we'd have two players straight on and trying to win that ball back in every second. Everyone kind of putting in a shift. Everyone trying to get this ball back and really trying to work for some goals. And it's really great to see that. Really great to see this whole team come together as like a unit and all working like a well-oiled machine. Well-oiled machine. It's really good to see. And that's kind of been consistent throughout the season. The kind of underlying narrative of this team really combining together and doing what must be done to get a goal, to get 3 points, etc., etc. So, yeah, really good to see this team growing. Forest Green played fairly well, which isn't really a surprise. It's what I expected. Very attacking, very good with shooting from kind of range. Aaron Collins, we all know how great he is. Likes to get these shots from just outside the box, and it's really good. He is a really good player. That's what I've got to say about him. In terms of goals, our goal came just before half-time. Tristan Abraham's penalty. I think it was Labs who got fouled in the box. If you ask me, it did look a bit soft, but I'm not going to complain. A penalty is a penalty. Tristan Abraham kind of slots it down the middle, but puts enough power on it that it just kind of bounces up over the keeper. It's a bit of an embarrassing kind of save. Part embarrassing, part unlucky, if I'm going to be honest. But a goal is a goal. I'm not complaining. So then that really puts us on this good front foot just before half time. And who would score the equaliser but Jimmy or Matt? Let's be honest, it was either going to be him or Aaron Collins, right? Because ex-players love scoring against us. But no, Jammer got a good goal, comes into the box and kind of just hits into the net, as you do for a goal. That's really the best way I can describe it. But it's good to see him get a goal. It's good to see him still playing a really good level of football, even if it is for Forest Green. But yeah, overall, a kind of a performance we can look back on tomorrow and go, do you know what, that was all right. We might not have been the best, but we did the job. So, yeah, bit of positivity from me today. I'm going to hand it over to the county fans, as always, see what they have to say about today's match at Forest Green, and I will rejoin you at the end.
Okay, so 1-1 away to Forest Green. On paper, that's a very, very good result, and the performance itself was very good. We're not taking our chances. That seems to be the only common criticism you can give the team at the moment, is that we're not taking enough chances. We're not putting teams, we're not actually cancelling games out, by scoring enough goals to prevent them from having a chance of getting back into it. I mean, typically it would be Jammer, who ended up getting the equaliser against us. I thought thought, that they were trying a few cheap tactics. When Labardi got booked, their players started going mad. I thought, watch the referee crumble here and give him a red card. Personally, I don't even think it was a foul, let alone a yellow card. But I think the reaction of the players, maybe the referee thought, well, I give a foul for that. Wasn't much in it, but I give a foul for it. And then the reaction of the players thought, oh, maybe I should book him for it, considering, I'm getting this reaction. I don't like that kind of thing personally. Even when we do it, of course. I thought the penalty was a penalty. They tried getting a penalty, which I think was a complete and utter, dive. It looks as though the player runs past our player, tucks inside, and then slows down to fall over. If one of those things where if you watched it slow motion, then that would be the case. And then I thought that we posed a very strong attacking threat, as did they. I think I'm not sure if it was a matter of our defence not looking as effective. I mean, it was effective because we only conceded the 1 goal away. Where I'd say that's not a bad return in League Two. I wouldn't say so much our defence were not as effective. It looked more like they had a lot of firepower up front. I mean, obviously we all know what Aaron Collins is capable of, and of course Jamil Matt. It looked like they had a few handy midfielders as well. Fair play to them. So I think they're going to be one of the stronger teams in our division this year, Forest Green, and I think getting a point away there, it extends our unbeaten run at the New Lawn, and I do think that we're still looking good. I mean, the comments from Richie Wellens on the weekend were that of sour grapes for losing 3-0 in the FA Cup, saying that we're nowhere near the standard of the teams that went up last year. Well, we'll see what happens when Salford don't go up and we do, and he'll be eating his words. But yeah, so I'm not panicking or anything like that yet, although I do think our strikers need to start putting away the chances. I think Scott Twine, for the second game in a row where we've drawn 1-1, had an amazing chance to score a goal towards the end to win us the game. Maybe it's his age, that. Maybe it's a matter of, you put it, not having the composure to put those kinds of chances away, when, a potential 3 points is at stake if he doesn't do it, or 2 points, should we say, because we ended up drawing the games. Maybe it's a part of his game that he's got to work on. Maybe being here, he's learning from that experience. Unfortunately, it's going to benefit Swindon in the long run, not us, unless they let him go at the end of the season and we sign him if we get promoted to League One. We never know. But at the moment, it's looking good. Good cup draw against Brighton, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. It's a shame that we can't really have the fans there yet, but word of the vaccine being approved, the Pfizer vaccine being approved, means that we could be out of this and watching games as we were towards the end of the season. So if we are going to be in a promotion fight, which we are in at the moment, and if we stay in that, we could be there to see it out, which would be phenomenal. So there we go. It's another point towards, towards our promotion potentially. So we'll see how things develop from here. I know we got we got Morecambe at home next, which we should be looking to win, and then we'll push on from there. Happy days up the county.
I think that's a point gained. I've got to say that first off. Very competitive match. You could see that where the frustrations were spilling on at the end with with Liam Shepherd and Josh Sheehan. Josh Sheehan, fair play to him, he's a feisty little guy as well. He gets tackled a lot on event. He does get thumped around a little bit by opponents trying to stop him, and it's great to see him having that spark. And it was a fiercely contested game. Forest Green are good opponents. I mean, Jama played well, didn't he? But we knew he would. That's the unwritten law of football. You always score against your ex-clubs. Pity Liam Shepherd perhaps couldn't score for us against Forest Green, but kind of like knew Jama was going to score. And I thought, in fairness to Aaron Collins, he looked good at times as well, pacey and fast, but not quite the finishes. All in all, I genuinely think that's a point gained. I do think it's a point gained. I'm not quite sure why Finney took Labs off. I thought Labs was playing really, really well. I know he was booked, but even though he was booked, I thought he was his positioning throughout the game in midfield, closing down his space and his tackling and his distribution was excellent tonight. I thought Labs played really well, as did Dolan and Shepherd. So I'm quite positive, really. Yes, it's. I do think it's a point gained. I think looking back at the end of the season, we will all say that it is. Um, let's be fair. But the key thing is to finish if we can in the top three, and we've played a side that is competing with us to finish in the top three tonight in FGR, and we've played them at the new lawn, and we've walked away, and they haven't beaten us. And I do think that we did play some excellent football at times, but and this is the key thing. When they did get back in, when Jama scored for about 5 or 10 minutes, we were absolutely rocking. And let's not forget this: their tails were up. The tempo that they were playing with at that particular time was absolutely off the scale. I mean, if there was been a crowd there as well, you can imagine if there was like their normal 400 people cheering him on, they'd have been even more frenetic and buzzing around. But they did have us rocking. You've got to say it. They had us rocking for about 5 or 10 minutes. And in seasons past, we could have easily, possibly, lost that 2-1 because they were really looking good. But we weathered the storm. And I think you can see from the players' reactions at the end, it was nice to shake on a point and say, let's get out of this little village on the top of the bloody hill, and we haven't been beaten, so it's on to Morecambe. Let's all be positive about it. If we can get a nice 3 points on Saturday against a side that we should beat, then it's onwards and upwards. So as ever, up the county, stay safe, and see you Saturday.
Okay, so as we know, last night finished Forest Green Rovers 1, Newport County 1. Disappointing. Very disappointing result last night, especially with Cheltenham winning. They've closed the gap now to 1 point, and it had to be Jammer to go and get himself a goal. I thought it was a game of two halves, really. I thought the first half we looked really good, we looked better than what we did against Walsall. We looked similar to how we played against Salford, and I thought we played quite well. But then the second half, then we were very slack, very slow. When it sort of went back into our shell, and it was almost like we just wanted to hold on to the 1-0, and we were made to pay for it. And in the end, then we were kind of lucky to come away with a draw. A draw is better than a loss at the end of the day, but it's still not good enough considering that we didn't beat Walsall the other day. It's 2 points dropped, big 2 points dropped, because we needed to win that last night, and especially having led, you want to see the game out. It was nice to see Tristan Abrahams get himself another goal, albeit from the penalty spot, but you've got to be there to put it away. I thought Josh Labadie played really well. I thought we looked really slow. We slowed down once he went off. Yeah, there was some good performances out there. Just overall in the second half, we were just very slow. It could be the fact that we're tired. We've got a lot of games. We've been playing a lot of games lately. We've got a lot more coming up. And we did play on the weekend in the FA Cup, and we gave our all into that game to win that, getting ourselves a good win. Also got to point out how salty their manager got, saying that our promotion credentials are nowhere near. So you want to hope that he's not right. I don't think he is, and I'm sure a lot of Newport County fans are thinking the same as me. It's just salty because we beat his team with ease. But yeah, we have been a bit sloppy lately, and it's something we need to sort out, because if we keep on playing like that, we're going to be made to pay, and it won't just be draws we're getting. We'll end up losing. Okay, we've had a bit of luck lately, and it's nice that it's good. Like teams who win the league, teams who get promoted, they get the luck on their side, but the luck will eventually run out if we ride it too much. So we got to watch our backs, and we got to go back to playing how we were playing a few weeks ago, like before Carlisle. Yeah, other than that, we are still top of the league, but it is only by 1 point now. So we need to watch our backs. We need to be careful. We need to get back on a good run of form. Start playing well. Start scoring goals. Well, scoring goals isn't the issue. It's more defending, keeping them out. Also, it was nice to see that we got a big team in the third round of the FA Cup. I said that I'd like to have a big team because it's going to help. It's going to help us financially. Big money boost. Hopefully, we can be there. I'm hoping so. Hopefully, we can have about 2,000 fans there. It'd be great if we can be there and cheer the boys on. And also, it'd be nice if it's televised. So, that would even be more money for us. And like I said the other day, we could not need the money more. So, I'm over the moon to be getting ourselves a decent. Also, with it being at home, we got a bigger chance of winning. Brighton, for Premier League team. It's good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy to be getting a Premier League team in the third round, because if we do happen to go out, we can at least say we've had a decent run, and it's going to help us financially come the end of the season. You don't know where that money will take us. But yeah, as a whole, it was disappointing last night. I'm not happy with the result, more than anything, because we needed to win because teams around us are picking up the points, and it would have been nice to got the win and to keep a bit of breathing space. But you don't win every game. You do lose some. You do draw some. So look forward to the next game at the county.
So guys, that is it for this week's episode of Amber Talk. As always, a massive thank you to everyone who has submitted videos both for this match and the matches before. It's really great to see so many familiar faces coming back and really kind of building this community up more and more. We do really appreciate every video we do get sent in, and we do love watching them and kind of hearing your guys' opinion. So the more of you that can submit videos, the better these episodes get, and kind of the better everything gets, really. Don't feel too intimidated. We're not asking you to send in these 45-minute match reviews. Can just be a quick little 2-3 minute review. What you thought about the goal, what you thought about the team, anything they should change, or anything you really want to compliment Michael Flynn on. So just whatever you're comfortable sharing, try and get as many videos sent in. As always, if you do want to be featured in the next Amber Talk, go over to the Amber Army Facebook page. Usually around half time, we'll put out a post saying, we want to hear you guys' opinions. So if you send the videos to the Amber Army Facebook page, they'll be included. Our next match now is on Saturday at home in Rodney Parade against Morecambe. Maybe Kevin Allison can finally score for us against Morecambe and off-roll Morecambe against us. In terms of the table, we are still top just by 1 point. Though Cheltenham are breathing down our necks. We've still got a game in hand against Grimsby. In terms to keep your eye on, Cambridge are in 5th. They are on 25 points, I think, and they've got 2 games in hand. So they could be coming to overtake us soon. But for the moment, we're on top. We're all loving it. If you did enjoy this video, go down, drop a like, and leave a little comment. What did you think of the video? What can we do to improve? Etc, etc. And subscribe to the channel. Helps us out. It's free. And you get lots of good content for it. But as always, my name has been Ollie. And up the county.
Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.